bunch of long videos. Try to keep them short and sweet. And this top pocket, very similar to my other pocket that I did in the other video when I showed the bug out bag that was the camo version. I keep a lot of my fire kit in here, and I have several things in here for fire, or you would say light, because I do keep another small LED flashlight in this bag. Good to get it out, and now I can see where I'm at in the dark. If you also go back to that previous video or my 511 tactical bag I carry with me, I keep a headlamp and another flashlight in that as well. If there's anything missing out of here, it's probably in the other one, which I always have that bag with me as well. Also have in here, if you watch on the video, you see Murray's Superior Hairdressing Pomade. Very flammable. It's a 10. You can get these at Walmart for a couple bucks. I put cotton in the little space in the top of it. You work that cotton with the Vaseline, you have a great fire starter, and when you're out of that pomade, then great little tin for storing tinder in, cooking in, gathering wild edibles, what have you, in that. Also in here I do have another, it's a Sucrets can, and I have little fire starters in this that I made. There's just a few of them in there. I need to actually stick. I have a wet fire in there as well. Keep one of those. And it's a dryer lint soaked in Vaseline. Very simple fire starter. And it'll burn for a while in a tin Sucrets can that you probably can find laying around at your house. Also in this small tin here, and with a Ranger band around it, hold it in, I have the UCO Stormproof Matches. I have those in this tin to protect them, and then the rubber thing on the outside. I kept the striker here in the kit as well. I also have a Bic lighter. Can't beat a Bic lighter. I mean, multiple ways to make fire. I'm going to grab this out probably first. If I'm in a hurry to make a fire, just grab a lighter or a match. If I don't have that, I got backups. I know how to make a fire with a lot of different things. I'm sure you do as well. It's also wrapped with Gorilla Tape, so I have some tape on that as well. I also have party candles. These are the trick candles. Those trick candles that you light and you can't blow them out and they keep lighting back. I keep those in there because if it's a little bit windy and I can get one of these lit, and the wind blows it out, it's going to keep coming back until I get my fire lit. So, plus the wax helps with fire starting as well. So if you don't have these in your kit, get some little trick candles and throw them in your kit. Kind of a neat thing to have because they don't blow out. Also in here, I have a small little wrapped tissue. This came from where I cannibalized a MRE and put this tissue napkins in here. Use it to wipe yourself off, clean up, or use it as fire tinder. Also have a small sewing kit for a few repairs if I need that in there. It's handy and close up top. An emergency whistle if I want to get found. And then these are also a fire starter come out of a military kit as well. And I have a small pencil to shave off the shavings and use as tinder, write, mark things, and also a plastic baggie with a large candle in it. But that kind of rounds out what I have in my top kit here from the mending things, or really a fire making kit for what is in this. Hope that give you a few ideas for your fire kit if you haven't thought of all those. There's so many different ways to make fire. It's several things out there on the market you can come up with, and I'd suggest you learning multiple ways to make a fire. It's just very valuable, from boiling water, cooking and sterilizing food, firing weapons, making a weapon or something if you need to harden a stick, boiling water. There's so many things fire is important for. This bottom zipper here, of course on the outside I had the glow stick that I mentioned. I do have a few food items in here that are quick and handy. A couple Cliff Bars, love Cliff Bars. They got some new ones out too. And some Justin's almond butter, peanut butter, a little bit of fat and calories, quick and easy. I can eat it while I'm moving. Also have in here a book on wilderness evasion. Interesting read, just good if you're trying to get away from somebody, how to evade, and only use that for lawful reasons, I would say. And then I have a small back here Sharpie, a miniature Sharpie, and I have a signal flare, which in a very bad wet situation you're trying to make a fire, that will burn anything. Plus it'll make signal if you need to alert somebody to your location for help. Also a smoke grenade, which will either can be used two ways, to signal your location, or it really could use it as a deterrent to smoke something and conceal your exit or escape from somewhere, or divert their attention to the smoke while you're taking off the other direction. I've got a couple hand warmers in here. Of course, the wild edibles thing. I talked another video prior to this one a few weeks back where I talked about wild edibles just around a suburban area that you can find to eat. There's food all around us, so watch that video and check it out and do your own research on it as well and be familiar with your area. You can always find food. Also have a small two-way radio. The other one of these is in other family members' bags. I have a small Pry Bar here. It's got the hammerhead on it too. If I need to get in somewhere that for my safety again, more of an entry tool like the other one, but can be used for other things as well. I keep that in there. And it was an old camera case. You can see the PARTR. But inside this case is it's another way to procure food. I have fishing line. I have one of the yo-yo fishing things that you can set up on a small stream, and it'll catch food while you're not there. It's set up as a trap. Those are really nice to have. Small set of hooks and lures and weights, and if I can get it out of here, it's kind of hung up, a small snare trap, which I made myself. These small zip ties here. I have a trapping bag I put together too. I'll do it on another video. Zip ties to zip this to a small tree, and then my snare wire, which I made myself, crimped it. Get a good look at it. Maybe you guys that are do-it-yourselfers can figure out how I did that. Loop this to the tree, and I'll pull this apart real quick. You can see that stuff at the hardware store. You just fish this through. Squirrel bunny comes along and pulls, and then that locks back. Now you have a small snare that can work for you while you're doing other things to get some food. This can be used in a suburban, might can be used in an urban area if you had it set up where nobody could see it, to get a small tree squirrel or something like that if you were really needing to find food. It's just one. I have another trap kit that really has about 10 or 11 of those in it. This is just a small one I put in here, because if you're in a bug out or get out of dodge type situation, you might not be stopping long enough, but once you stop, it might be a good way to be able to get some food other ways by trapping and fishing. The fishing line in there, you can make you a small trap out of that as well if you needed to. You know what you're doing. May do another video in the future on traps and snares. But that's what's in that kit, in that part of that pocket right there. This pocket here, what I have in here, of course, this has got plugs and solar panel in it. I can't tell you the brand name on this. I just picked it up. There's lots of solar panels. Of course, in here's got my plugs, so I can charge cell phones and things via the sun. I can hang this off my bag while I'm walking and get a good charge on it, so I can charge my devices. In here as well, I have the Sawyer Water Kit, Sawyer system. A lot of y'all seen that, so I can filter water. Also have a cat tourniquet, good thing to have. I have a cold steel, this is the Bushman, I believe, yes, Bushman knife. It's got a hollow handle. You see I've got it wrapped with some cord, and I have a bunch of steel wool stuffed in there. That's why you can't see through it. But it makes a great knife, cutting edge, very sharp. I've had this knife a number of years. My brother gave it to me, and I've really enjoyed it. But you can run a stick on this and make you a spear, and secure that down good, and then you have your other knife. So you never want to use your only knife, if you don't have to, as a spear weapon, because you could lose it and then you're down your knife. So I have this for those purposes. So I have a backup large blade knife, and it comes in this sheath right here. You check that out. Also for food, organic chia seeds. I wrote that on there. It's just in a dark bottle. The chia seeds, you can do some study on chia seeds. Chia seeds are nice. You can take a handful of chia seeds and a couple drinks of water and keep you going, because they have your omega-3s and fats, plus they have protein and calories. This and some water keep you going for a good while. And I did some reading on it, and I can't remember if it was the Aztecs or the Mayans, when they would venture out on hunting groups, they would have their knife, spear, in a little pouch with some seeds and a water pouch, and that's what they went on. I mean, it's pretty amazing. And you can talk to a lot of long distance runners, and they use them too as well. But I have that in there. I have a small folding saw. This is the Gorilla Gear saw. Pretty good little small folding saw. Really holds up great. Used it on several different things. Got a little cordage wrapped on the end for cutting and sawing. Small shovel with some cordage wrapped around it. I just take the opportunity to wrap cordage or tape around anything, so I've got a lot of backup cordage as well. Also some Gold Bond medicated powder. That's good for your feet, keeping your feet dry or anything else. If you get walking and you get chafed between your legs or something, there ain't nothing that'll shut you down quicker than a blister or chafed legs. Very, very bad. So I keep that in there, and also I keep a small towel, drying off, keeping dry and cleaning up with. A good thing to have. That towel was actually white at one time. I dyed it brown because I figured white stood out. And then this is not snacks as you would think, though these are good. I like the vanilla ones. This little tin inside of it, and I won't pull all this out, is a personal hygiene kit in here. It has just some minor first aid items in it, and Vaseline and toilet paper and wet wipes. This is more or less, I got to run to the little boy's room in the woods. I can just grab this, and I got the TP and wet wipes and stuff in here that I need to take care of that. Or if you got a situation where you got a little chafed in the legs and you got to take care of that as well, you can grab the Gold Bond in this and take off. But I keep that in that tin, so I can use that tin for other things. I can dump everything out in the bag and use that tin for something else if I needed to, in case I lost my water bottle or something like that. But that's what I keep in this section of the bag here. I'm going to just slide everything back in here really quick. I hope this helped. I mean, there's a lot of things that you can put in a section like this, and I welcome anybody, if you got another idea or some other ideas on this, put them in the comment section. I love to hear that kind of stuff. I mean, before I started doing these, I watched other people's videos, got ideas, read a lot, studied a lot, went out and tried things a lot, and did it just like a lot of people do. Oh, I do have a plastic fork and spoon up here, and shoe goo, which I almost forgot. This stuff's amazing. I'm to stick it in your bags. You blow out a shoe. My favorite pair of boots, they are the Warrior Wear Blackhawk desert color combat boots. Love them boots. I did hear the military is going to start using those as their main boot over what they're using now, which, man, the guys will love those. I mean, they're like wearing a pair of tennis shoes. They're just amazing boots. But my soul was coming off the edge after, I don't know, I've had them probably 7 years, and shoe gooed them back, good to go, rock and roll. So shoe good, we keep your shoes in good repair so you can keep on the road and keep moving. A very good thing to have. It just falls under, maintenance and repair as far as I'm concerned. You've got to have those things. Because if you're living out of this bag, it's not like you can just run to the garage real quick and grab something, or get in your junk drawer and grab some stuff out. You need to have it with you and think through some of those things that you might have to have.